I ranked your favorite stocks from strong buy to strong sell, and let's start with the SPY. So the SPY is currently sitting on a sell signal. We're absolutely sitting on a sell signal. We've been drifting sideways since that sell signal. Next, the market breadth. So this is still going to be bearish. So the market is still bearish overall to me, but let's go into the sectors. So first, we're going to go into the trade desk. This is a toxic stock. I'm going to put this out here right here. I'm going to say it right here, right now. The trade desk is a toxic stock. Do not buy the trade desk, okay? We got a sell signal back here on July 30th on the trade desk. Let me go to that chart real quick. And if you had followed that sell signal right there, you would have saved 37% in your account. Now, the trade desk is a toxic stock because not only did it do this once before, where it went down 29% after earnings, did you know it actually went down another 50% after that point? So if you're looking at the stock saying, okay, now it's a great time to buy the dip, you don't have to look very far back to see where it went down another 50% after it dropped 30% to start with. Are we doing that again? Maybe, just maybe. However, this is in the tech sector. The tech sector has bearish breadth, is not getting new uptrends, and the average fear and greed score in the tech sector is heading straight towards fear. So the sector is not going to help you out at all in this stock. Now, the trend of the stock as of today got absolutely monkey hammered. The signal is a sell signal, like I said here. The fear and greed was going down and had been going down for a minute before this big sell-off happened today. And so that's going to be red. That's going to be red. My bad. Red. Fear and greed is going to be red. Now, are there any outlier blocks on top of the trade desk? No, I'll give you that. I'll give you that much. It has one green thing for it. The trade desk is a strong sell all day, every day. Do not touch the trade desk stock. Let's go to the next one. Apple. Apple's been on a bit of a run lately. In fact, I've been talking about this week how it was bouncing between bearish order block and bullish order blocks. In fact, this bullish order block down here has proven to be a huge amount of support. And now it just pulled through here, right? So this is actually a really good setup to start off the bat. But this is also in the tech sector, so this will not be changing right here. Now let's go look at the stock itself. The trend just turned bullish, 10 over 20, price over 50. Let's go to the Apple chart right here. 10 over 20, price over 50. Now we can see the signal. It shows a buy signal that just came through. And the fear and greed is getting more greedy, right? It was heading towards fear in this area of sideways movement, but now it's heading right back up towards greed. So that's great. And any outlier blocks on top of Apple? There is, but we've got room. It's up at 244. So it's got plenty of room to run. So Apple actually falls into weak buy category for me. This is the difference between a stock that has potential, that has moves, has momentum working for it, although not in the sector and not in the market, but the stock itself does have some legs. Whereas the trade desk, that shit toxic. Stay the hell away from the trade desk. Now, my name is Christopher Ewell. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I was mentored by 5 of the market wizards, the best traders of all time. I've been successfully trading since 2009, and this is where outliers like us save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Back to this, and let's take a look at the next one with this ad out of my way. The Rocket Lab. Let's see where that Rocket Lab is going here. Rocket Lab is in the industrials sector. So let's start over and look at, remember, it's in the same market. So let's start over in the industrial sector. Getting more and more fearful in the sector. We may have bottomed on the number of sell signals and starting to come back up, but pretty much sideways really, and it hasn't crossed over. So I'm not going to give you anything in the industrial sector. Let's take a look at the stock itself though. I don't know. We got a lot of compression right here. Let's see if it ended. Rocket Lab, RKLB. Let's see if it ended 10 over 20, price over 50. It did. 10 over 20, price over 50. Definitely proved to be a bullish trend. The signal here is a sell signal that came on August 4th. So let's go ahead and mark that on the chart real quick. August 4th sell signal. And it's been moving sideways since then. Even though it tried, it's been moving sideways since then. We got that sell signal. The fear and greed is at pushing down, pushing more towards greed than fear here. I'm sorry, more towards fear than greed. So I'm going to leave that red. In fact, that needs to be red too. And then outlier blocks on top of Rocket Lab. Yeah, this is an area of resistance right here. And Anytime you see a stock coming into an order block, into an area of overhead resistance, these are trapped buyers who are ready and willing and able to get out of the stock as fast as they can, which is exactly what happened. Look at how it came down, hit earnings, popped up, and then right back out of that outlier block right there. Now you can make your charts look exactly like mine for free. Just get the free trading view plan, get the free indicator that we have in our Discord, and your charts will be set up exactly the same as mine. So there is an outlier block on this. Dude, Rocket Lab is a strong sell all day. Let's go to the next one here. The trade desk. We already talked about the trade desk. Let's go to, in fact, this moved around since a couple minutes ago. We did Apple, Rocket Lab, the trade desk. Let's go to Palantir next. That's so funny. This absolutely moved around. Palantir is right here. We have a buy signal that came on August 5th. This is in the tech sector. Remember, so you're not going to get anything out of that for me. We do have a buy signal. It is in a bullish uptrend, and it's getting way more greedy. But the sector, like I say, the sector is not helping it in any way. Getting more greedy, and then any outlier blocks on top of Palantir. Let's see. No, of course not, right? This is a new area of all-time highs. And if it's all-time highs, nobody's up there trying to get their money back. Now, one thing I do want to point out is this big gap and go. This is something I love to talk about because people get really scared after earnings if they see a gap up. This right here is confirmation. This is what you want to see. On the bottom of this candle here was this orange line. Now, what I did during the week was I said, let's say if I bought it right here, and I didn't because it didn't fit my trading plan, it would be up bigly because it didn't gap and crap. Gap and crap is when it gaps up like this and then closes underneath the low of the gap candle versus a gap and go, which is what we see here, where it's gapping and going. Palantir looks super bullish to me. However, it doesn't have the market or the trend working for it, so Palantir gets a weak buy. Let's go to the next stock on the list, which is Tesla. And I think, yeah, Tesla's right there. Now, Tesla, of course, has gotten so political lately, it's really hard to keep the politics out of the stock itself. But let's focus in on the price, because that's the only way you're going to get paid. The discretionary sector is what Tesla is in, not the tech sector. Does have a bullish crossover on breadth. So let's go ahead and mark that green. And the fear and greed in the sector, however, is continuing to push down more towards fear, less towards greed. So we won't be pushing the green button on that one right here. But let's go look at Tesla on here. Let's see. It's really close on the trend. How did it end on Friday? 10 over 20, price over 50. That's a great start. And it does have this really bullish outlier block underneath it over and over and over. It's been bouncing, trying to find that support so it can launch higher. So I'll give you that, and I'll give you that. The signal is a buy that just came through on Friday. So we're going to mark that. And then the fear and greed still pushing down lower, sit 43.41 to 43.03. So it's actually starting to, or it's still getting fearful. So Tesla actually slots right into weak buy as well. And then let's go to the last one on this list, AMD. This is one that I actually put out a notification last week, had a strong sell. Let's see if anything's changed since then. This is still in the tech sector. So if you remember, the tech sector is very bearish. Now let's go look at AMD itself. The trend absolutely in a big, beautiful bullish uptrend with a buy signal. So trend and signal. Fear and greed. Fear and greed has peaked on AMD and is moving down. Because it's moving down, we're not going to give that to you. And then the outlier blocks. This is the area where AMD has been struggling the most. Coming right up into this area. Trapped buyers all the way back from July of 2024 are just now getting to break even. And because of this, they are ready to sell out as fast as they possibly can. So that's going to say outlier blocks are going to stay red, which means AMD is a huge weak sell. Now, listen, you're probably asking yourself at this point, what is outlier and how does it work? Well, old Uncle Warren used to say, be fearful when others are greedy, greedy when others are fearful. Outlier shows you if investors are acting irrationally fearful or greedy and by how much, allowing you to get in the stock before the outlier move happens. Now, if you're ready to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk, it's just 3 easy steps. Head on over to outlier.com, pick up the annual pass for just 82 cents a day. Or if you're on the monthly plan, click this one button and upgrade and save 64%. Start using the Outlier 9. I've shown you exactly step by step how to do that. And then step 3 is sit back and relax because you just found the easiest way to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk. Now, Warren Buffett is probably saying at this point, freak the F out, panic sell, everything is over. No, probably not. Let's be honest here. He's not doing that, but I'll give you one bonus stock. What stock is that going to be? Let's go to our list over here. I'll give you one bonus stock, Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly. Let's go. LOY. and let's take a look at it. Eli Lilly is in the healthcare sector. The healthcare sector definitely continues to lose its greed, getting way more fearful. It is pushing down in the number of stocks with uptrends and on breadth. So this sector looks bad. Most sectors look bad right now. If you are struggling with your trades, it's not just you. The market is not conducive to a lot of trades right now. So what the heck happened with Eli Lilly? It has been absolutely dominated. And we did get that sell signal before this huge sell-off here. In fact, let's go to Eli Lilly, LLY. Oh, man, earnings were not good to Eli Lilly. This is a perfect example as to why Chris will not trade into earnings, right? How far was that down? Good gravy. 15% on the first day, and then all the way down around 16% or so. Let's add in where that sell signal came. July 31st. So that would have got you out of the way before the big move happened. And look at this. Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at this area of support. This area has proven to be support. 1, 2, 3, almost 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and finally, after 11 bounces at support, it broke through. That was a really, really strong order block. But now at this point, oh, that is ugly. The trend is absolutely down. 10 under 20, price under 50. The signal is a sell signal. So let's keep those red. I don't know what I'm doing. Fear and greed. We can see right here getting way more fearful very, very quickly. And any outlier blocks that will be working against it. No, I'll give you that one thing. I'll give you that one thing. This is a strong sell all day. Under no circumstance do you need to be buying Eli Lilly. Remember, two that I have really strong convictions for are, or really three. Number one was the trade desk. Stay away from the trade desk. That stock is toxic. Number two, Eli Lilly is a strong sell. Don't try and buy the dip on these because you don't know just how far that dip is going to go before it comes back up. Don't think about this as you're getting a sale on assets, things that you want to increase in value. You want them to be going up. Buy stocks as they're crashing up, not as they're crashing down, because you don't know just how far down they can go. And number three is AMD. While it is in a big, beautiful uptrend, I can see a lot of overhead resistance here, and I don't want you to have to fight that resistance. But I do want you to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk by clicking one of these two videos. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll talk soon.